everyone, welcome back. So, this is another vlog for you where we'll be talking about why it is so important to say no. And I know many of you people like me struggle a lot with this one. And there are times when we feel like saying no because those things do not affect us and they are not good for us, but we still fail to, say no. And I have met so many people who struggle a lot with this one. And this is not just in your personal life, it is true for other areas of your life as well. I mean, you need to learn this to say no. Saying no is a virtue. So recently I've been reading about a Greek philosophy which is called stoicism, and initially in the first few chapters itself there is a big chapter on it that is so important, and this is an art which has been there ages and ages before, where people were still paying a lot of attention to this thing, that there is so important to say no to many things in life. Because you will be realizing that while we go through our lives, there are so many things that demand our attention. There are so many people fighting for our attention. There are media is there, and there is their work, and you do your work, but there are people who ask, or ask favors, and there could be your boss who ask you to do more work, and that work might or might not really affect your own life. That might not add value to your project, but it's just a favor. And many people struggle a lot to say no, like me. So initially for me, the first 3 years in PhD were like these, where I could not say no, and I took on everything that was given to me, every single project, every single thing which my boss told me to do. And I'll tell you, these things do not add value to your work, and they do not add value to your life. But why we do that? So in many places it's a cultural thing where people, it's not it doesn't look good when you say no to somebody who is asking a favor to you. And especially in Eastern countries, I think it is downright very negative to say no to somebody on their face. And we have been taught since childhood to always say yes to people, to our elder, and people who need help, and people who are asking for favors. And I know it's the conditioning, but we need to stop doing it, because this is not how the real world works. You can't say yes, you can't say no to every single thing, and you can't say yes to every single thing, sorry. And there are things that you would like to consider before you are because this is not just about you saying yes to something. This is about you giving your time, efforts, and sometimes money, which is not good if you are not really actually related to that thing, and if that thing is something that you value. So majority of the times we do things because other people are doing, and we do not even value those kind of principles or thoughts, or any cult if it is there. We just try to follow the trends, we try to follow what other people are doing, and we just keep saying yes, even though it does not go with our own values and principles. So it is so important to say no. And why I feel this is bad? Because imagine if you say yes to every single thing. Yes to your parents, yes to your friends, yes to your bosses, yes to everybody. It takes time and efforts, and it steals that time from your life which you could have utilized and invested into your own self, into your self growth, into learning something else. And sometimes you need just some rest, and while you are promising other people that you will be doing those things for them, you are robbing yourself that time which you could have utilized for taking that really needed time to rest, relax, rejuvenate, and focus on your life. So it is really a virtue, and everybody should learn this. And if you are not doing it, I'm sure this is going to lead a big problem. And for me, I can say, when I was saying yes to everything, every single project, it did not allow me much time for myself, and I could not spend time for caring about my mental health, my physical health. So these things take a toll in a longer run if you're not paying attention. And also, it's not a good habit to always say yes to every single thing that is thrown at you. So you need to first. And how I learned to say no, and I'm not 100% good at it. I still, struggle a lot at times when I feel like saying no, but I can't say no out of respect, out of obligation, out of so many things. But I'm still working on it, and few things which I do, and that can be helpful for you as well. That every time somebody's asking for something and anything that is demanding your attention, your time, first you need to think about, if I'm going to give time to this thing or efforts to this thing, what this is going to rob from me. Whether you have already planned out time for yourself, and you are going to cut down your own time where you could have gone out or relaxed or done something at home or anything. So you need to prioritize yourself first. You should always come first. So you need to know that, if I'm going to do this, which, and sometimes you know based on that, I do not give values to those things which are asking for my time. I will directly say no, because I do not support those ideas. I do not support those principles and values. I do not want to be, involved and giving my times and effort to something like that. So it's that simple as it is. And many time, well, people who are elder to us, and out of respect, when there are somebody who is asking for favors, you can always tell them how it is, how you would like to help, and how you would like to give your time to, but you are so occupied with your own things and you can't just give time at this moment. So you can be very polite in, saying no. You just don't have to be rude and say no, I can't do this, I'm busy. Be polite, but always say no. Never say yes when you feel like saying no. That's the worst thing you can do for yourself. And why it is bad? Because even because you have promised you will be doing those things half-heartedly, and those are never really good, because you want to maybe go out and do something else, but instead you are helping this person and doing this, and you will be bitter inside, and that can come at some point of time, and that can spoil things. So better to be straightforward. It takes time, guys. It takes a lot of time, and still I am somebody who is so bad at this, and I'm still trying to learn. I read and read, and I see other people's examples, how they say no, and what are the things I need to say no. And why many people say yes most of the times? Because they do not know what kind of things they want to do. They don't know what to do with their time. So this is what it is. When you do not know you are free and you have nothing planned for your Sunday, if anybody comes to you suggesting you something, going out for a movie or doing something which you generally don't like doing, those are not your kinds of things, but you have nothing planned, so you'll be like, okay, let's go, let's do this. And why these things are bad? Because those things don't make you happy. You had some time in your hands and you went out and spent time with people, or maybe with somebody else, or maybe doing things which you don't like doing. Inside you are not happy. Inside you cannot count it as relaxation or fun. So this is not going to help you in a long run. You ultimately feel that you have not enjoyed yourself. And if you feel that you have some time in your hand, what I do, instead of going out and jumping onto other people's plan, I like to sit and think about what I would like to do if I have time. It can be anything. It can be dressing up, it can be recording videos, it can be, making something, cooking at home, anything which actually makes me happy. Because the time off and the time which you have for yourself it is for you. It is for you to feel happy. It's not that you need to assign work and different tasks to every single minute of your day. That's not what it is. You can have some time for yourself when you are not doing anything. You don't have to jump onto other people's plans and other people's ideas and other things. So it's really important to say no, and it's an art. You need to eventually start saying no from your home. Maybe start small, start saying no to small things, and work your way up, where you can say no to your boss someday, things which you don't think. If your boss is asking you to work on Sunday, and you have been working for 6 days a week, and you need to sleep because you have not slept well in a last week, you say no to that work. You say, no, I can't do this. And sometimes you might lose some money, Yes, and sometimes you might lose some people who only need you because they need help and they need favor from you, or maybe they just only like you because you always say yes. So you would lose friends, you would lose people, sometimes you would lose promotions, and you would lose some money. You would lose many things, but what you will gain your self respect, you will gain your own time, which you can invest on yourself, which you can invest in doing things which you like doing, and that will help you in a longer run. And definitely people will respect you and your time. They will know that you value your time and you have things at your hand, and they just can't, come up to you every single time they need a favor, because you know so to say, because you know how to say no. Okay, and it is really important to learn this, and I hope this is helpful for you. And there are no tips as such, only just be polite and tell them why you are saying no. And at times it is totally acceptable and important to prioritize your physical and mental health. And there will be times when you're not even doing anything and somebody asks you to do something for them, but you would rather be at home and relax and not go out and shop with them. It's totally okay. You don't have to feel guilty about these things. Many girls, many people, guys, they feel guilty, and many people can't say no to their families because it's an obligation, it's a cultural thing. But guys, nobody is happy when they do not want to do anything. They just are doing it for the sake of it. So never do that. Always respect yourself. And one thing which I always tell everybody, and I always, even tell to myself, that always prioritize yourself. That's really important, because nobody is going to prioritize you but you. So I hope this was helpful for you. I'll see you another time with another vlog, and we will have fun. And if you liked it, please let me know and write to me in the comment section. And I can drop the link of this book, which I am loving these days, and it has great ideas and philosophies which are, from 1600 BC. So these are great things said and written by the great thinkers of those times, and they are still very valuable to our present times, and I think we can use a lot of wisdom from these books. So if you like this kind of stuff, I'll leave the link in the description, and please read it and enjoy, and I hope you have a nice time. I'll see you again with another topic, and if you have any suggestion for me and for this channel, please write to me. And thank you so much for listening to me. I love you all. Bye bye.